Hey, what is up, guys? Blunt Guts here. This is a Watch Your Realms video. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I truly appreciate it. Please do like and subscribe if you do enjoy the content. It really does mean a lot to me, so thank you for that. I'm taking a look at my Demon Soldiers right here. What I do when I'm doing my GvG attacks, and I just did some earlier today, put out a video on it. You should go check them out if you are interested. I think it was a pretty good one, actually. I had a lot of fun making it. What I do before I do those attacks is I go in here and I try to maximize my heroes. Now, there's a few ways that you can maximize these Demon Soldiers, the most obvious of which is probably by increasing their level. So you can collect shards for the individual Demon Soldiers, farming different content. The Knight of Destruction, for example, if I go to upgrade down here, I've got 70 out of 80 shards required to upgrade him to level 4. If I want to get more of those shards, I can click on the shards and it's going to show me where they drop. So I can get them in Guild Boss or Void Rift. I can get them in the Guild Wars training stage clear rewards, which I can't actually get those anymore because I've already completed it. But if you haven't, then you could get some there. I can also get these shards to drop in Gear Raid 3. So collecting those shards is just going to naturally happen over time if you are clearing content in this game, not just for this guy, but for all of them. They all have different places that they drop. You should go check it out. If you are trying to target somebody, you might want to farm a specific type of content in order to maximize your chances of upgrading that Demon Soldier. However, the main way that we have control over how Demon Soldiers perform in battle is based on how we affiliate them. So, for example, I've got this guy affiliated to Uridan right now. Basically, what the game does is it takes the battle power of Uridan and it applies them to the base stats of this Demon Soldier, of the Knight of Destruction. We can take a look at the attributes here by going to the Attributes tab up there and then hitting the Details button down there. And now we're going to see the current stats for this Demon Soldier based on the affiliation that he has to Uridan. So he's got a little over 4 million HP. He's got 22,000 attack, about 20,000 defense, 15,000 magic resist, 40 speed. That's his movement speed, just to be clear, not his attack speed. And his energy is 6. That is his cost, actually. That's how much cost it is to deploy him in battle. So this stat distribution, I want to emphasize that this is preset. The values will go up and down based on the battle power of the hero that he is affiliated to. But if I have a, say, Hex, for example, and Hex has really high attack, I'm not going to see a similar increase in attack on the Knight of Destruction. The ratio, or the amount that it increases, is purely based on the battle power. It has nothing to do with the base stats of the hero that I am affiliating him to. So with that in mind, what you want to do in order to really maximize your Demon Soldiers is get the 5 best, and by best I mean the 5 highest battle power units on your account, equip them with gear that's going to maximize that battle power, and then affiliate them to the Demon Soldiers. And when you do, say, if you do one attack and you have a certain lineup that you use, and then the next attack, it's a different setup, and you want to use a different strategy, so you're bringing in different Demon Soldiers. You want to make sure that you go in and you affiliate your Demon Soldiers, again, to these 5 highest units that you've put together. So when I'm trying to make sure that I can really max out these Demon Soldiers, what I do is I go and I re-gear them. And I know a lot of people don't like to re-gear in this game. Quite honestly, I don't get it. I get why you don't want to. I know it is a bit of a hassle to go and do. Coming from Raid Shadow Legends, when I came into this game and I realized that there was no cost to move gear around, I was kind of blown away, truth be told. I had wanted to be able to do that. I felt like in other games where there is a cost to move gear from one hero to another, or to take off gear or something like that, that it was just really limiting. It stifles creativity. It doesn't allow you to try different builds. And I was just floored that I could move my gear around and kind of min-max the gear sets on my different heroes constantly. It really is something that I love about this game. I can say unequivocally that if you are not doing this, you are limiting your progression in this game. You are diminishing your performance in a lot of different areas. In some cases, that doesn't matter. If you're talking about farm content, you just got farm gear on them, it probably doesn't matter all that much. However, in these higher end kind of competitions like Arena or like in Guild Wars, Guild Boss, these kinds of things, if you aren't moving your best gear onto the heroes that you're using, you are limiting yourself. I can say that unequivocally. So I would recommend that you do that. That being said, the gear swap feature does make this really easy, so it is not a big deal to have to move things around. Well, that's an interesting visual bug right there. I'm not sure what the MA is right there, but in any case, I want to show you Hex, and I'm going to use Hex as an example here of what I do when I'm trying to max out the BP on a hero before I do affiliate them and I do my attacks in Guild Wars. So for starters, I did mention it before, but you can only bring 5 demon soldiers into a battle. So you only need to do this for 5 heroes each time you do your attacks. You don't need to move gear around after you gear those 5 heroes. But gearing those 5 heroes is going to massively increase your success in the game mode. So I've got Hex geared right now, similarly to the way that I have him geared when I take him into the guild boss. He is by far my top damage dealer in my Nightmare 4 run. I think my best run was 88,000 battle power. Hex is just amazing. I got him a 5 recently. I got really lucky a few weekends ago when we had the Hex Zilla 2 Razak 2x, 15x. I pulled 4 copies of Hex. I had him A2 before. He's now A5, obviously. A few weeks before that, I was really lucky, and I got the Sutra of Caprice, which I think is the best exclusive artifact in the game. It massively increases his damage. Hex geared like this in the Nightmare 4 Guild Boss does north of 300 million damage. It is nuts. The amount of increase that I've seen from this particular hero in the past month has been insane. However, his battle power is not maxed out right now. So let's take a look at what he's wearing right now. And this is mainly about your right side pieces. The left side pieces aren't necessarily going to change all that much, although I will say that you want to have a focus on attack. So if you're using, say, a crit damage set like Annihilating Might on the left-hand side, you're probably going to want to change it to either Warlord or if you don't have enough Warlord gear to go around, you can put in Calamity set. That is likely going to give you the highest battle power. However, let's look at the right side pieces. So I've got crit damage on the bangle right there. I've got another crit damage piece on his neck. And then for the ring, I've got an attack bonus set. This is pretty standard for any hero that you're going to bring into the guild boss. You want to maximize your crit damage while still maintaining a decent level of attack. But crit damage takes priority there because the guild boss defense is so low. However, this doesn't really help maximize battle power. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to swap to some gear that I use on him when I do want to use him in the guild, or not the guild boss, in GvG. So I've got this gear set on Hatset. I'm going to switch it over. Look at this. 101, 886. I just gained 4,000 battle power just by putting different gear on. So let's take a look at the gear I did put on. So I've got attack bonus gear on there. Attack bonus again. Attack bonus again. Are you getting a theme here? Attack is, in my experience anyway, the most effective way to increase your battle power. You want to make sure that you have a lot of attack speed on your gear as well. Crit damage is helpful, but it is not the most effective way to do it. So you want attack bonus main stat. You want all your pieces to have attack speed on it. Any other offensive stats that you can get would be wonderful. Like, the only way that this piece could get any better is if it had flat attack on it, essentially. Or maybe rage regen might help out as well. I don't think that healing effect is really doing anything for him, but maybe it is. I'm not really sure how that works. But I can unequivocally say that the highest battle power I've ever been able to produce when I am trying to kind of max this out is by putting attack bonus pieces all on the right side. You should do that every single time. The other way that we can do it, so he's at 101, 886 right now. I mentioned Sutra of Caprice, which is an overpowered exclusive artifact. It is incredible, and if I was using Hex to do damage, there is no doubt in my mind that this is the artifact for any content I was doing that I would want to be using. But it's also only a level 10 artifact, and the game does not differentiate. There's no bonus for having the Sutra of Caprice, or at least if there is one, it's very minor. But if I take this rank 25 Spirit Siphon that I've got, a mythic artifact that is 15 levels higher than the one that he's currently wearing, and I equip that, I'm going to see a BP bump. Let's see how much it was. 103, 861. So I just got another 3,000 battle power by putting on a level 25 artifact. Some of the mythic artifacts do provide more battle power. For example, I think this one provides more than, like, say, if I was going to put in a sharpshooter's crest. I don't think that it's quite as much. Let's take a look. No, I guess it's the same, actually. So in this case, it's not. I do know that, for example, on fighters, a Wailing Skull does give more battle power than a Realm Tear. That's a Realm Tear. I never know what that is. Somebody's got to tell me. I think it must be Realm Tear because you're tearing realms. Is that what it is? But in any case, that is one of the other ways that you can really maximize battle power. One other thing that when you are trying to decide which heroes you want to use to max the battle power on, you want to make sure that you're using heroes that you have max skills on. So all of the heroes that are on your account that have the highest battle power are likely the ones that you've max skilled. Hex is max skilled here. Obviously, Cetrem is another one that is really great for affiliating. He has really high base stats. He's going to be able to, you're going to be able to max his battle power really effectively. So that is my recommendation to you. That is kind of my spiel on the whole topic. I do think that if you are trying to min-max these different game modes, especially competitive ones, you really do need to be doing these things. Can you be effective without doing it? Sure. Would you be as effective as you would be if you were doing it? Absolutely not. So if you're at the upper levels, if you are on the cusp of overall, if you're like in platinum GvG or higher, then you want to be doing these things. It is going to help your performance. It is going to help you succeed. I've been Blunt Guts. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this was helpful to you. Please do like and subscribe. Good luck on your attacks. I hope you all have a great night.